Listen, in life, you will always be a failure. But guess what? That's okay. Let me explain why. Hey y'all, I know it's been a while, but I'm back. I can't wait to make more videos like this where I share my thoughts and I just wanna see what other people think about this topic. Like today, how I'm gonna talk about how failing isn't bad and why I feel like the negative stigma in today's society over why failing is bad. To me personally, I find it dumb and discouraging to other people who are trying to become something. Now let me explain why. I feel like the most common feeling of failure comes from school, right? When you would study for a test and then completely bomb it, you feel like a failure. Or when you go to raise your hand when the teacher asks a question and you're in your mind, oh, I got that, right? You go to raise your hand, you answer with all confidence, and they tell you, no, you're wrong, right? And then the whole class looks at you. Some people laugh. Some people are like, oh, of course it's not that. Me personally, the times that happened to me, it made me feel discouraged and made me feel like I didn't want to try again the next time another question came up, right? Or even when you bring home a bad report card, your parents yell at you or they tell you how you're a failure. Some parents do that shit, man. Or they're just disappointed in you and you feel like a failure, right? I've been there. We all been there, right? Whatever it may be, we all failed at something. And if you think you didn't, then I hope life doesn't hit you that hard when reality sets in for you, bro. I and many of you watching this have probably always thought that failing is something negative, right? Because throughout our life, our parents, our teachers, people we looked up to, mostly all of them, explain how you shouldn't fail or you should try your best. And by trying your best, you will succeed. In a way, they're right. But what they fail to mention is that failure is not the opposite of success, right? Failure is a part of it. You can't have one without the other. And the only way you truly fail at something is if you completely quit it, right? That is when you truly failed. When you completely stop and even go back. Yet, if you keep showing up, if you keep trying to be better, day by day, week by week, month by month, you will get better. And it may seem obvious why failing feels like it's such a negative thing, right? If we fail this test, we can't get into the right college, to get the right degree, to get into the right job, to set up myself for the future. If I don't get this job, I'll be a failure and my parents will think I'm always a failure, my friends. If I try this business venture, if I fail, I'm gonna be afraid to show my face because I told everybody about what I'm gonna do and what I'm doing and how I'm gonna do it. Yet I failed in front of them and now they're gonna think I'm a failure for life. Like all these things and more, right? Whether it be at the gym, you try going to the gym for the first time when you never went and you're afraid of everybody looking at you because you did a workout wrong. Of course, all those things are true, right? And multiple other things in life. I can name a whole bunch of things that we all feel like a failure at, right? But just remember that failure is not the opposite of success, right? Failure is a part of success. Think about it, right? If you woke up tomorrow and you got your dream house, your dream job, everything you ever wanted in life, what would be the point of even trying? Why do we even try in the first place, right? Because we know if we try, we have an opportunity to get what we want. If everybody today woke up tomorrow with everything they wanted, why even try? I just lay in bed and wait for tomorrow. That does not happen in our world that we live in, man. The only way we have a chance at success if we keep trying, if we keep persisting. When we fall down, we will have a greater chance than if we did nothing at all, right? And now, yes, some people were born in a better family, in a better community, had better education, had more money, were born in a better country, or a whole bunch of other things I can list off. But guess what? Those are factors outside of your control. You can't control where you were born at, or you can't control who you were born from, right? What you can control is what you do about it. What you do with what cards you were dealt with. Everybody gets a deck of cards that they can play with. Not everybody has the same deck of cards in their hand. But guess what? That doesn't matter. And if you focus on too much on what the other guy, on what he has, you're never gonna focus on what you got and how you can be resourceful with whatever you have right now. Like me, I'm not using the most professional setup. I know this setup isn't the best, but guess what? I need to work with what I have right now. I don't have a mic, my audio might be all over the place. My camera setup, I have 2 boxes set up right here so I could get this angle for the camera. It's not the best. But guess what? It's the best that I can do right now. And I know as time goes on, as I'm able to afford more, as I'm able to work towards what I want to become through here, my setup, everything will get better along the way. But I have to start. I have to keep going. If I just didn't do anything because Nothing was perfect because I didn't have everything aligned perfectly. I didn't have the best camera, I didn't have the best microphone, I didn't have the best audio, the best editing software. What would I do? I'm just gonna stay there not doing nothing, right? And that can be with anything, whether it be studying for a test that you think you might not do good on, whether it be applying for that job that you think you're not gonna get accepted to, right? You don't know until you try. And all these outside factors that you probably focus on, about other people having rich parents, better opportunities, this and that, mentally you're making that true within yourself. You're making that part of your identity. Oh, I can't do this because I didn't have the right education, because I don't have enough money, because I don't have the right connections, right? All this bunch of stuff, they're all excuses, bro. That's why you need to control your mind, you need to control yourself and your actions. If you want to get to where you want to get to, you gotta control you and your action, because you are a failure, right? I'm a failure. Everybody watching this video is a failure. That's okay though, because I know that that's part of the road, that's part of the journey to get to where I want to get to. I have to fail, I have to learn from it. If I fail and I don't learn from it, that is true failure. When I fail and I don't do anything about it and I just sit down or even go back, that is failing, bro. Failing and getting back up, that's not failing, that's being persistent. That's being consistent, that's being disciplined, that's acknowledging the fact that you have to fail in order to succeed. Because if you stop trying at whatever it is you want to do, that is completely another failure. Let me give you an example. If I go to the gym, right, today, and I never went before, and I pick up a 10-pound weight, right, and I'm for like, say, a whole week, I should not expect to build like 5 pounds of muscle on my bicep just from 1 week of probably even doing it with wrong form. How do I know if the form that I'm doing is right, or what I'm eating is the right meal plan for me, or if I'm getting enough sleep? All different factors that you didn't even know go into building 1 pound of muscle, right? But that's fine. You're not gonna know because you never went before. But as you go on, as you keep consistent, as you start caring about yourself, right, and your goal, you're gonna want to learn what to do, how to do it, and what you can do at this moment, right? For yourself, for your conditions. Everybody has different life conditions. But the point is, you start and you keep going. You don't stop. Because if you stop after that week, then you're guaranteed to never build any muscle, right? Theoretically speaking, if you're not active at all, you will never grow any muscle. If you're active at work, then maybe, right? But if you want to get toned, if you want to get lean, if you want to get more buff, you have to put some work into that and be consistent at it, right? It's going to take time. Here's a picture of me of March of 2022, if I'm correct. And then this is me this year in March 2023. Now, between these two pictures, there's not that much difference, right? There is a bit of a difference I see, right? In my arms and my chest, and especially in my back, right? My back for me grew the most. But guess what? I'm not where I want to be. I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. But that doesn't mean I should stop. That doesn't mean, oh, it's been over a year and a half and I'm not where I want to be at, I should quit. No, that's stupid. Why would I quit now when I've seen even just a little bit of progress, right? Now, throughout that year and a half, I haven't been fully consistent, right? There were days where I didn't feel like going, but I still went. Right now, it's the holiday time, you know? Who's watching their macros over the holiday time, right? I try my best, but I'm not perfect. And I know that. And I know if during the holidays, I'm going to eat a lot, then the next day after that, I'm going to go hard at the gym, or I'm going to go run an extra 10 minutes on the treadmill. Guess what? I'm going to still keep going. Because this journey for me is not like a 5-year or 1-year journey or 5-month journey, whatever. No, this journey is for the rest of my life. And I'm going to keep being active for the rest of my life. I already have that in my head, that I'm never going to stop being active, even when I'm 50, right? Maybe I won't be as active as I'm right now, like 20, right? Because I might be old. But I'll try and take care of myself as best as I can, so I can be as active and healthy at age 50. And I know if I give it 2 more years at the gym, I'd be where I want to be at, maybe even 3. Point is though, I'm going to keep working hard, I'm going to keep being consistent, I'm going to keep getting better every time I go to the gym. And that's the mindset that you should have. Not the fact that, oh, it's going to be easy, because it's not. This road will never be easy. And whatever road you pick at, whether it be school, entrepreneurship, a career, everything is hard. No matter what path, I don't care what path you're on, everything is hard. Everything has their own difficulties, right? You just have to pick your own difficulty. You have to pick which problems you want to solve. And being consistent is the key to getting a better chance at succeeding, man. If I upload one of these videos, right, what's the chance of that blowing up or getting it seen by an audience? Very little, right? But if I upload 100 videos, each video getting a bit better every time, maybe a bit be the quality, the setup, the audio, whatever it may be, the topics I talk about, then I'd have a better chance at reaching the audience. Same thing with the gym, same thing with your career, same thing with school, same thing with whatever it is you want to do. The more you do it, one, the better you get at it, and two, the better chance you have at succeeding at it. That's why I say consistency is key. Because if I wasn't consistent during these year and a half, I would have never gone from here to here, right? I would just have stayed right here where I hated myself, right? Where I hated the way I looked, where I hated how I felt. I was low energy. Why would I want to stay here? No, I got my shit together, and I helped through the help of my friends and the supportive friend group around me. They helped me get right here. Now I'm able to stay here and keep growing from here without any problems because why? That's my mentality. Now, do I fail? Of course I fail, right? Of course I'm not consistent 100% of the time. I'm going to be honest with you. No, I don't stay consistent 100% of the time. I slack off too, right? I'm human, but that's okay. I can't let that stop me from reaching my goal. And whatever goal you set for yourself, right? Don't set a time limit on it. Tell yourself that you'll go at it no matter how long it takes. Because the moment you set your month, oh, I'm going to get jacked or ripped in 3 months, that's almost impossible depending on where you started, right? If you've never went to the gym before, right, in 3 months, good luck doing that, bro. Because unless you have God tier genetics and you know exactly what you're doing, you're not gonna get that. Rather, have the mindset of, I don't know how long it will take, but I know that that's what I want to do. So I'm going to keep working hard at it every time that I get to, and every day that I have to work on it, I'm going to work on it better every day and improve over the day. Don't set a time limit on it. Also, acknowledge that you will fail along the way, that you will not know what to do along the way, that what you try might not work out for you, right? Acknowledge that and be okay with that, and tell yourself that you will learn from the mistakes. Because if you make a mistake or if you fail, and in your mind you're not okay with that, your mind will put you down. Your mind will say, man, we failed. Why even try? See, I told you, why did we even try, man? Let's go back. Let's go back to what we know, what we were comfortable in. Nah, you gotta tell your mind and be okay in your mind to be uncomfortable and be okay with failing, and acknowledge that failing is a part of the journey, that you will learn from your mistakes and you will keep trying over and over again for the rest of your life, because that's who you are. That's who you should be, in my opinion, right? You can be whoever you want to be, but from what I've found, from what helped me for the past year and a half to grow, was to have the growth mindset of, I'm a failure, I'm going to keep failing, but I'm going to keep learning and getting better every time I make a mistake. Every time I make a mistake, that's an opportunity for me to learn, for me to grow. And that's what I want y'all to do too. Alright, 2 last things. This video is already getting pretty long. I don't even know if you're still watching this. If you are, thank you. I am not perfect. No, but you watching this video are not perfect. Everybody in the comment section in the world is not perfect, right? I don't care who you are, you're not perfect. Nor will I or you ever be perfect for as long as we live. But that's okay. See, too many people want to be perfect. They want to have the perfect body, the perfect job, the perfect house, the perfect life. Perfect life doesn't exist. You think once you reach your goal, you're gonna stop having problems? No. If anything, you'll have more problems because you're doing more. Like before I went to the gym, I could eat whatever I want because I wasn't keeping track of my macros, or I wasn't at least keeping track of what I put in my body, right? But now that I have to go to family events, now I have the problem to figure out what I want to eat, right? And as I grow older, as I get more advanced, I'm probably gonna have to hold back to even going to family events because I know if I go, I'm gonna eat like shit. Same thing when you're trying to make money, when you're trying to get into the right school, to the right career, to the right business, whatever it is you may do, bro. You'll always find more problems the more you go, the more you learn as you grow. But guess what? That's perfect. That's what you want, because that's how you know you're growing. If you have the same problems from last year to this year, did you even grow? No, you didn't, because you stayed where you're at. Your problems are still the same, man. Now, it doesn't even completely have 1 year you're supposed to have having no money, so next year having too much money to know what to do with. No. But it could be changing your diet. Now you got to figure out what you got to eat. That's a different problem. Changing your lifestyle, changing a habit, right? Now you want to sleep early, you want to get up earlier. Okay, now you have the problem of, okay, what time do I have to go to sleep and what do I have to do to achieve that, right? A whole bunch of different small things. Those are the problems that you have to solve. And the only way you get there is by being okay with not being perfect. Too many people want to be perfect. Because if you think you know everything, if you think you're perfect, you will never grow. You'll just stay where you're at. Because you think you're perfect, you think you don't have to change or grow. It's like a lot of the girls nowadays, they say, oh, I'm perfect the way I am. He should love me for who I am. Which, in some part, they're right. But for the most part, when they say that, they don't want to change. And I don't want to be with somebody like that. I'd rather be with somebody like, hey, I'm not perfect, but we can grow together. We can learn together. We can learn to have a healthy relationship together and grow. That's somebody I would want to be with. Not somebody who's like, oh, I'm perfect the way I am. You should love me for who I am. No. And neither should they. Neither should they love me for who I am right now, fully, if I'm not who I want to be. If they want to give me the chance, right? Then I'd be willing to grow with them or to grow alongside them. That's the mindset you should have, the growth mindset, man. The mindset of I'm going to forever learn as I live, for as long as I live. I will always be a learner. I will always be wanting to learn. In life, you got to be humble enough to accept when you made a mistake. Whether it be to somebody else, whether it be to yourself, you got to learn to accept your own faults, man. You're not perfect. You will never not make a mistake. So get that out of your head and tell yourself it's okay to make a mistake. But it's only okay if you learn from it. If you keep making the same mistake over and over again, you didn't learn from that. You're just staying where you're at. I'll leave you with that lesson, man. Change your mindset from thinking failing is a bad thing. Because failing can hold you back from trying to what you want to do. Like me, the reason I've been holding off recording this video is because I'm afraid of putting my face out there and me failing, right? But I gotta realize, even if that does happen, I at least know within me that I tried it. And try to say some shit to me. It is what it is, man. People like that will always be in the world. But I at least want to get a message out there and see if any people share the same idea or a different idea. I'd much rather you have a different idea than me and explain it to me. That way we can talk about it. That's a whole nother topic for another video that I want to talk about, which is that it's okay to have a different opinion or a different idea from somebody else and still be okay with them. It's not hate them, rather communicate with them on why we think differently and why that's okay. How we came to our own conclusion about that same topic. That's a whole nother video though, but yeah. All right, so I'll leave you with that. Remember, change your mindset. Failing isn't bad. Failing is only bad if you think it's bad. If you think failing is good for you and that you'll learn from it, then every time you fail, you'll look at it as a positive thing. So go do what needs to get done. Don't like this video, don't subscribe. I don't want you to do any of that. If you want, comment what you thought about the video. That's something I'd much rather you do than just like and subscribe. Because I'm here to make conversation, to conversate with y'all, not just entertain you, all right? I wish y'all the very best. Go do what needs to get done. You know what you need to do. You need to study, apply, go hit the gym, go do your outreach for your business, or whatever it may be. Go do it. You know what it is you got to do, all right? I believe in you. Believe in yourself. And that's another video topic. But take care, and I'll see y'all soon, all right?